We have an incredible group of activists here today, community members, some of my wonderful colleagues. But what we're here today to talk to you about are the hidden costs of Proposition D and Strong Mayor. Everybody's heard about what this ballot measure will cost us if it passes, which is over $1 million for adding a 9th council seat. But what you haven't heard about is what does Strong Mayor cost and what has it cost us so far. Well, I spent a lot of time doing an analysis to actually make that determination, which is not easy to do. Anybody that's looked at the city budget knows how hard it is to try and find how many people actually work in the mayor's office. But I did it after a long amount of research. And here's what I found. I found that over the past 5 years, the Strong Mayor has cost taxpayers an additional $1 million annually. But the budget is so opaque that it's been hard to track. And again, a lot of people have tried and have not been particularly successful at it. That's $5 million so far that could have been used to prevent cuts to police and fire instead of being used for the Strong Mayor staff salaries. And if you think about it, the actual amount, not adjusted for inflation, but we're talking about a 45% increase in costs. That's not acceptable. And it's important that the public understands not only what it will cost, but what it has already cost them. And I'm joined today by a variety of people who are going to speak and talk to you about why they oppose Proposition D. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you Councilmember Marti Emerald.
So what we're hearing, what we're finding through research is that Strong Mayor just costs too much. It costs too much at a time when this city is desperate to find money for basic core services in this city. There will be better ways, there have been better ways to spend the money that already has been spent on Strong Mayor, and there will be better ways to spend that extra $1 million plus that it will take to create a new council office. And you know, $1 million is actually a pretty conservative number. We would anticipate that it's going to be far higher than that when it comes down to building out an office, hiring a staff, the extra resources needed to carve out a district, establish it. And quite honestly, I know that the redistricting commission, the census numbers will come out, but it's my sense at this point that we really don't need an extra council district. What we need is to conserve the resources we have so that each of our districts and a city manager's office will have more resources to go out and do a better job. One of my complaints about Strong Mayor, and I know everybody has an opinion on this, and I'm sure that the bulk of the people who have strong opinions want the best for our city. Everybody wants this city to be stronger, healthier, financially and otherwise. So I don't question the motives of those who are on the other side of this issue from us. But we really do need greater accountability here at the city. For those who genuinely care about the city, we need open ledgers. We need to see where the money is spent. We need professionals running the day-to-day operations of the city, not politicians who are going to be accountable to many of the special interests that have funded the Yes on D campaign. We have tried this experiment for the last 5 years. It has cost us far more money. As Councilmember Frye said, it has cost us far more money than it would have cost to have a professional city manager at the helm. And it will continue to cost us more money and more public trust, because Strong Mayor does not equate to greater accountability. If anything, Strong mayor guarantees that these special interests behind the fancy signs and all the TV and radio ads, it guarantees that these folks will have a stronger voice at City Hall. Not you, the citizens of this city, not you, the taxpayer, and you will have fewer resources for the frontline offices, the legislative city council offices that really do the heavy lifting in the neighborhoods of San Diego. So I hope that you will look at the full picture here. The full picture here. Strong mayor guarantees special interests. They only have to get one vote, and that's a vote on the 11th floor. Support from the mayor. No on D means the mayor has to join with the council again, is one of 9 votes, and will translate to greater accountability in San Diego government. And that is what we need now, more than ever, is greater accountability. So as Councilmember Frye said, we can open the ledgers and understand how many employees work at a particular department or how our money is being spent. And we can cut down on those backroom deals that are still going on that serve the people who are behind the Yes on D campaign, who are funneling big money into it. It will address their agenda, not the agenda of people in neighborhoods who are struggling. So we're asking you to take a look at the big picture, the no on D picture, and let's get a professional to run this city. Let's get politicians out of the mix to make sure our money's being spent the way it needs to be spent, that we take care of the financial future of the city, and taxpayers and citizens are truly served by the government of this great city. Thank you.
That's the perfect segue. Representatives from the League of Women Voters, Norma Damachek, she's in New York today, otherwise she would have been here. So we just wanted to remind folks that the League of Women Voters also opposes Prop D.